Adam Wingard has done it again, guys. Another fucking banger from the Monsterverse. Now, I'm sure you guys are perfectly aware how much I love animals, being a paleo nerd. However, most of you guys might not know how far that actually extends, because I actually enjoy watching the Daikaiju movies, especially the poster child of it all, Gojira. One of the few movie genres which I can just admire how fucking ridiculous it is. And yes, I was bound to make a Godzilla video on this channel at some point in time. Anyways, thought I might give my review to Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, considering it's the latest installment to the Monsterverse. Yeah, I'm not here to fuck spiders, let's just get this fucking review on the road. So anyways, after seeing Godzilla X Kong twice, boy, do I have a lot to say about this movie. I'm not gonna be getting into any spoilers, but fuck me sideways, this movie was wild. While the dialogue might be a little bit lackluster with the humans, the action, especially with the Titans, were absolutely balls to the wall. Throughout the action scenes of this film, I found myself numerous times on the edge of my seat, just absolutely fucking just screaming my head off. I was so fucking hyped watching this. Watching this, I felt like a kid again. I felt like I was watching the Showa era. Maybe this was all along what Adam Wingard intended the Monsterverse to go. He wanted to bring the energy of the Showa era to a modern audience. To anybody who grew up with the Showa era, you can't help but feel a sense of nostalgia watching this. Also, don't play coy with me, okay? Don't try to hide it. Don't try to hide your emotions. I know you felt a sense of nostalgia, okay? You and I are in the same boat. Quite frankly, isn't this what we paid money for? To see monsters beating the fuck out of each other's with a science fiction setting. But like the Meg series, even though the overall premise is campy as all hell, it still works. It still manages to be entertaining, even though I get whiplash time to time. However, there is a major focus towards Kong and Gia. What made it touching was that for so long, Gia and Titanus Kong believed they were the last of their race, only to realize that the Grey Apes and the Iwi were still alive in the Hollow Earth. Another one is how important Skull Island is for the Iwi, because only a Skull Island Iwi like Gia can revive Titanus Mothra. Clever retcon, I see what you did there. So what really pieces everything together is when they mentioned that Kong's entire species is supposed to protect humanity, and Skarkin just went full Darth Sidious on everybody. Then we have Titanus Gojira, cause even though he was sidelined for the majority of the movie, considering the majority of his screen time shows him kicking ass, it more than makes up for it. And of course, Adam Wingard being Adam Wingard, the action scenes are just absolutely balls to the wall. Like I said, this holds the same energy as the Fast and Furious franchise. And from a logical standpoint, this film is fucking stupid. Yes, I get it. However, this is the stupid I paid for, and that's what I got. Because if you just walk in the cinema and shut your brain off, you'll still find what a fucking rush it is just sitting there watching this unfold. What the fuck? That was fucking amazing! Holy shit! Okay, I'm pretty sure it was gonna be after credit scene, but I can't really stay that long. What the fuck? That was awesome. Yeah, that was my reaction. Very toned down, but you can tell the excitement in my voice. And as it turns out, there was actually a post-credit scene, which I unfortunately didn't get to see because it wasn't in the theatrical version. Fuck. Anyways, that specific after-credit scene was supposed to foreshadow the appearance of Space Godzilla in the Monsterverse. I've been longing for a Monsterverse iteration of Space Godzilla. In fact, what are the odds that the Thanos of the Monsterverse will be Destroyer? I mean, what you reckon we finally get Titanus Destroyer? Like, what would a American version of Godzilla vs. Destroyer look like? I mean, who knows? I mean, like, my prediction for a modern Godzilla vs. Kong has already came to fruition. In the end of the day, I feel like the Americans redeemed themselves. This is the best iteration of a Showa-era Godzilla I've ever seen. And I feel like this is what the Americans should have done from the start. A modern iteration of the Showa era. Focus focusing more on this genre's lighthearted side, while living the grittier aspects of the Daikaiju genre with the Japanese, reminding us all that Godzilla will always be the personification of the atomic bomb, with bangers like Shin Gojira, released in 2016, or the Oscar nominee itself, Gojira -1, released in 2023, rebooting exactly what Godzilla meant to the Japanese for the modern age. And it really shows. This was the Japanese version of Oppenheimer. Like I said, while Toho focuses on the darker aspects of Godzilla, the side in which Gojira himself is a metaphor for the atomic bomb, which ended World War II in the Pacific Theater. And then there's the lighthearted side, which is where the Monsterverse comes in. A side that Americans are so used to seeing, the king of the monsters. Basically reliving the ridiculousness of the Heisei and Showa era by showing the big cunt beating the ever-loving shit out of other kaijus. Displaying some of the most balls-to-the-wall action scenes I've ever seen from any other monster film. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense, it just has to be entertaining. It's great we have modern iterations of Gojira, one where niche partitioning between Toho and Legendary is involved. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is definitely worth a watch if you're okay with the fucking wacky shit that goes on there, because it's all part of the fun. I'm glad there's another installment in the Monsterverse for me to enjoy. One which I can turn my brain off. One which I can enjoy the absolute clusterfuck this movie really is. And that'll do with the video for today. Thanks so much for watching. Fucking hooroo!